Welcome to the Lost Birds Knitting Podcast. I am Allison, also known as Lost Birds on Ravelry, and on Instagram I am Lost Birds Fiber.
Hi, I'm Danielle. I'm also known as Bright D on Ravelry and Lady D Bright on Instagram. And today is September 9th, 2014. It is Tuesday, so we're off our recording schedule just a little bit. Yeah. That's because of me. I was not feeling so hot on Sunday.
Yeah.
So that was my bad.
Yeah, it's episode 9, and we have a Ravelry group. Please go join. It's you can find us as the Lost Birds Knitting Podcast. So without further ado,
what's your flight plan?
Flight plan. Shall I go first?
Go for it. Yeah. You had some celebration.
I am working on something new. Not anything like incredibly, well, anyway, it's just a baby hat. But it doesn't matter because the main point is that I have some finished objects. Yay. I'll come back to the baby hat. I'll show you in a minute.
Success.
First of all, though, finally I was really dragging my feet on these projects. I don't know why. I just, you kind of lose interest and it takes you a while to finish something. So here are these socks. They're really long. They're knee highs. I can't even fit them all in the frame.
They're super cute though.
Yeah, so I'll never wear these while I'm in Okinawa, but I will put them away for winter somewhere sometime. And okay, I'm counting this as finished even though I don't have the ends woven in. But here it is, the pendulum. Is this the right side? Yeah, okay. There it is. I think this is the right side. It's not blocked. It doesn't have its ends woven in, but
it's very pretty though.
It's done enough for me. Yeah, and I really like how it came out. And this, I really liked this pattern until it got to the long rows at the bottom. Not to say that it wasn't enjoyable then too. I was kind of dragging my feet. So anyway, it's done now. I'm just gonna weave those ends in and maybe, I don't know, I might be lazy and not block it, honestly. I know that's blasphemy to a lot of you people out there, but it's not. I'm sure it would look better if I did. We'll see. We'll see how lazy I am. And then here's the little baby hat that I started up. Let's see. It's out of hand spun. It's a hand spun single. And it's just all these different crazy colors. There's sparkle in it too. It's kind of like a thick and thin. And I'm knitting, I want to make a baby ear flap hat out of it, and I chose the Bunny Hugs pattern by Shanna Chastain. Looks like that. Super cute baby. So, yeah, hopefully I have enough yarn. We'll see.
How far along are you?
Oops, I dropped my phone. I just finished I'm a few rows past like the
crown
increases. Yeah, it's a top down, so. Yep. So I'm just chugging away on that. What are you working on?
I put on the needles another pair of socks for myself. I'm still trying to debate what kind of pattern I want to do with this yarn. I'm leaning towards the blueberry waffle pattern.
I don't know that one.
It's like, it just looks like little bitty squares all over it. But then I got this yarn about a year ago, so this is Stash, and I'm in a fall kick right now. 'tis the season, and I definitely miss changing color leaves. Definitely.
Yeah.
But anyways, this is a sock yarn from the Sock Bunny Fibers, I do believe it's called, on Etsy, and the shop's dyer is she does the Sock Bunny Knit and Fit podcast, but this colorway is called It's Fall, y'all.
It's very fall.
It's very, very fall. I'm super happy about that.
Definitely falling leaves.
It just makes my, as Gigi from the Knitmore Girls would say, it makes my heart sing. And then I started another project that you guys haven't seen yet, but it's almost off the needles. I have a baby shower this weekend, so I am making a baby vertebrae sweater.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cast one of those on this week. Do you know the Fat Squirrel is doing a knit along, a vertebrae knit along?
Yes.
Can do baby vertebrae, mama vertebrae, whatever.
And the baby vertebrae goes from newborn size, 37.5 centimeters, to 2 years, which is 52.5 centimeters that it has listed. And trying to find a picture that doesn't have a whole lot of like information surrounding it, because this is a paid for pattern. Sorry about the paper shuffling. Left is right, right is left. There we go. And it's supposed to be specifically just to cover the back, no front panels. If the baby has any tummy time or anything like that, to keep their back warm. So I have the body just about finished. I'm at a time where I need to change needles and go into the edging. And the edging I decided to do in white. So it'll end up being like a Christmas.
It's very Christmas. It's like a Santa coat or something.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so hopefully the mom will think it's cute.
Is it a like December baby or something?
No, her due date's in October.
Oh, okay. Well, then,
so
yeah,
maybe for Christmas pictures.
Yeah, it'll be
or
big
something.
enough that the baby can still wear it.
But I'm doing it in Knit Picks Brava worsted. If you can read that, right is left. I keep having to tell myself that.
I think it's.
There we go.
It should show up.
No, I keep like.
Oh, I see.
The wrong direction. But it's 100% acrylic, worsted weight, and machine washable, tumble dry low. So.
Actually, for acrylic, the Knit Picks Brava is really nice.
Yeah.
Acrylic. I don't mind knitting with it. I'm gonna do mine out of acrylic as well, because baby stuff. But I have all this stuff from, I think it's like a Hobby Lobby brand. It's called I Love This Yarn. Is that Hobby Lobby?
Yep, totally is.
Yeah, but it's also like pretty soft. Like it's not too bad to work with. It's similar to the Knit Picks, I would say.
Okay, I put one more knit increase. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to say. The baby vertebrae design is by Kelly Brooker. So there's that. Giving credit out to the designer. Thank you, Kelly Brooker. Anyways, I am working on the Spoldick cardigan by Hannah Fettig. I didn't really do anything on the body other than like maybe 2 or 3 rows. But I did another good 2 inches on the sleeve. So there's that. And I'm working on that with Cascade Yarns Cashvero DK, and thoroughly enjoyed that. It's so soft. I can't wait for it to be off the needles, but the problem is I can't sit with it on my lap, unfortunately.
It's really hot.
And then I am at where I need to start heel increases for the second sock of the, I'm going to call them hurricane socks.
I think that's a perfect name, yeah.
For the roller derby socks. And so there's that. And that one is from Milabella Keegan Lane Yarns, and the colorway called Knock 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 Penny. This is without show notes, people. Come on, give me my props. Sweet, that's it.
Oh, good job. And with all of those things you have on the needles, did you go off course at all?
Surprisingly, no. Because the what I worked on the most was the baby vertebrae, and it's just straight stockinette. I did have a cat intervention when I was trying to split or to separate for the sleeves.
Oh yeah.
Or not? I was trying to put the sleeves on waist yarn, and she's like, "There's just too much yarn. I can't handle it." I'm like, "No, dude, it's okay."
She's all up in your knitting.
Grill, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't have anything really bad, although with this hat, I kind of increased, I just kept increasing, and I forgot what I was doing, I think, and
You'll go grow, Luna.
I increased just a few too many stitches, so instead of ripping back, I just decreased again. I don't think you'll be able to tell, though, and, it's a baby hat, it's fine. It'll be good.
Sorry, Luna, I still have work clothes on.
So with that, we're into our bird's eye view. What'd you do this week?
This week I obviously did a bunch of work, but the husband came home, so I've been enjoying his company.
Yay.
And super excited about that. We were really planning and expecting him to be gone as of Saturday, but that class or that flight got canceled, so he's still here, which I'm very happy about.
Yeah, and there's no plans or you don't know if he'll have to go still, or it's just totally canceled?
Most likely he'll have to go still, but it'll be after a trip to the Philippines.
I see.
So right now, the Philippines, he'll be gone in 2 weeks for the Philippines, and he'll be there for like a month or something like that. But yeah.
Okay.
Not too terribly bad. I was supposed to on Sunday have dog pound for roller derby.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that got canceled because they couldn't use the gym, which was totally okay in my book since I was having trouble breathing.
Yeah. You weren't feeling well anyway.
Right, exactly. So, I'm secretly glad about that, but I did get my skates in the mail.
You did?
Yeah. So,
are they, so did you get a pair that was like super, personalized, or are they your favorite color or anything like
I would
that?
love to say that, but in reality they're just very, very basic, because I don't know how much my falling and, just natural inability for grace will screw these up. So, I don't know if you can see that. There's them. Oh, and apparently a message, but so there.
Very cool.
Yeah, and I was skating around my kitchen, and my my puppy thought it was the most entertaining thing because Mom was on wheels, and
I bet.
Yeah, so she was like trying to chase me around the kitchen, all in the 6 feet that I was going around.
Funny.
So
anything else?
Other than, work-related drama.
Yeah.
So, I don't dare talk about that. Let's just leave
it at work. Leave it at work.
Yeah, then I won't stop, so.
Alright. Well, let's see. What did I do this week? We went swimming some more. We went to the pool again. We went last week and we had such a good time that we went again this week. And also, it's nice because, you know, me and Colin are there and Emrys is there, and one of us is in the kiddie pool with Emrys, and then the other one gets to go do some laps or, you know, swim on their own and get some exercise. And so we traded off doing that. So it was fun family time, but we also got to swim a little bit on our own. So that was nice. And I also went to the pool on my own one day, and it just happened as soon as I walked into the pool, this guy is like, "Hey, you want to be on TV?" And I was like, "What? Well, I don't know." You know, he roped me in, and I was like, I was looking down, I'm like, not in my swimsuit. But he waited. We waited till afterwards, and he did a little interview. It's this guy called Sammy on the Street, and he does like a local TV show.
Oh, did he ask you like trivia questions?
No.
Oh, okay.
I guess the story that he was doing was about why should you go to the pool or something about pools. So he was interviewing people at the pool, and
it seems like an inopportune time to actually do that because the pools are going to close here shortly.
Well, yeah, most of them are. Actually, the Fairchild pool is now open year round because
very cool.
Because it's they just got it heated. So
sweet.
Yeah.
Because they closed the one on Victorious this last weekend because they had the pet plunge. So when a pool closes for the season,
all the pools on the bases anyway are outdoors, so they close in the winter. Even though it's not super cold, they're not heated, and it does get down in the 50s, 40s occasionally. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, when they have like their last open day of the season, they invite all of the pets to come in, and they have like well, I don't think you'd want to bring your cat, but mostly dogs.
Yeah.
And they have like the fastest fetch and whatever else.
Because they're gonna drain the pool anyway.
Because they're gonna drain the pool anyway.
Yeah.
And they have to clean out all the filters and whatever else. So.
Yeah. So Sammy on the Street interviewed me, and he asked me, why I like the pool, stuff like that. But he also, at the end, he was like, "All right, now demonstrate your underwater face." It was weird. I don't know.
Or are you supposed to do puff out your cheeks?
Yeah, well, that's what I did, because I think I'd probably do that underwater. I was just a little bit taken aback by the question, was all. Anyway, so that was weird.
Did you see yourself on TV then?
No, we don't have.
You don't have AFM?
I'm assuming it came on AFM, but we don't have. We live off base, and while you can get a satellite and hook it up, we never went through the effort. We don't have Japanese TV or AFN, so we don't really watch TV. Yeah, what else? So I did a lot of swimming, and my husband, out of nowhere, decided to sign up for a 100K run, which is happening on Miyakijima, I believe. Anyway, it's this little tiny island that's part of the Okinawan prefecture. Okinawa is an island, but it's also the whole prefecture of lots of little islands that are around
Archipelago.
it. Yeah, so there's a 100K race happening on one of these islands, and he signed up for it. So I think that means we're all going. Because it's a little tiny island, but it has beautiful beaches, and it looks really nice. So I would like to go. And other than that, I don't know. I just knitted a lot and tried to get this stuff off the needles, and yeah.
How's the Outlander reading going?
I am on book 5 right now. I might be like almost a quarter of the way into book 5. I'm not sure. I'm a little ways into it, so I'm really enjoying it. Still.
Good.
I'm gonna read the whole series. I don't care. I'm just gonna go through them all. So anyway, that's all I did this week.
Very cool.
Yeah. So do you have any bird calls?
I don't right now. Other to the fact, I also got some of my safety pads in the mail, and I went with ProTech, so I've tested out the knee pads. So yeah, go with ProTech knee pads.
They're working for you.
They're working.
Alright.
I'm testing my balance skills, which apparently I don't really own.
They make helmets and stuff too. I know ProTech because when my brother was younger, he was really into like trick bike stuff.
Oh sure, yeah.
And that was, I don't know, for some reason they all wore ProTech helmets, so that's how I know ProTech. Anyway, any other bird calls?
Nope.
Okay. I have a bird call this week, and so me and my husband, we're really trying to be healthier, and
especially if he's gonna run a 100K.
Oh yeah, so he's training for 100K, so he's running more, but he's trying to eat better. We both are. I am too. And I'm not obviously dieting or anything. I'm pregnant, but I am trying to eat healthy and healthier since I haven't been as sick this pregnancy as I was my first time, and I've been able to eat more things, I suppose. Not as limited. I don't have as many aversions and things like that. So I am able to eat healthier, and I want to. And so we're both trying to just eat healthier, exercise more, and feel better in general. And sort of as motivation, we decided to watch a documentary called Food Inc. It's not a new documentary. It's from like 2008 or 2009.
Don't eat. By the way, do not watch that movie Food Inc. with any type of food in your stomach.
Yeah. It's not. Okay, so what it is it's about agribusiness and the food industry in the United States, basically, and how I'm recommending it. Like, watch it. It's really good, and it's still relevant. I mean, even though it's a few years old, it's totally relevant. And for me, it was really eye-opening, because it was something that I had never really looked into or thought about. I mean, like, where does your food come from? You don't think about it, because we just go to the store and a lot of people don't, and I don't know. Anyway, so it's about agribusiness. It's about where your food comes from, all these foods that are in the grocery store, basically. And it's very, very eye-opening. And they do it I think they do it in a fairly even-handed way. It's not, they present to you with the facts and they let you make up your mind, basically. And, I'm not sure how to. You should just watch it, because I certainly can't cover everything that they covered, but.
And it's on Netflix, correct?
We rented it on the Apple TV, so it's on iTunes for sure. But I'm sure it's on. It was a pretty popular documentary, I think.
I think when I first watched it, it was on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the reasons why originally watch it is because I do have some food allergies, and some my body is very sensitive to soy as well, just because I have the food allergy that I have. But so like when you look at ingredients, and this is one of the things that they address in the movie, just the amount of soy and the amount of corn that is in every single one of the, kind of center aisles of the grocery store. Every single one of those products. Anything that comes in like a bag or a box.
Yeah, and beyond the center aisles, not just the processed. That is one of the very interesting things, is that everything we eat, it kind of comes back to corn. They feed corn to the livestock, the cows and the chickens and the fish even.
Which, by the way, none of those animals are supposed to technically eat corn.
Right. So, and that's because they can get corn cheaply, and that's because it's subsidized by the government heavily, corn and soy both. So it not only talks about agribusiness and these really huge corporations that basically own, it's like a handful of these huge companies that produce all of the food in the grocery store, even though it's under all these different brands, all these different brands are owned by a handful of companies. And so it talks, it's very interesting to see the connection of these companies and of agribusiness, not just to the grocery store, obviously, but to government, like it affects other countries, it affects our environment, it affects the labor force, it affects all of these different things and they do a really nice job of just connecting it all and showing you this big picture in a way that's clear and easy to understand. So I don't know. Just watch it. That's all I have to say. No matter what your opinions are going in, you'll be able to get something from it. So I highly recommend it. It's called Food Inc. INC period.
There's another documentary called King Corn that also kind of details that. And that is from the perspective of a younger generation. People coming I think they're actually in their sophomore or junior year in college. Yeah,
it's a couple young guys this is like their film project or something. Yeah, so they go out and in Food Inc. they talk about the connection, how everything comes back to corn. Well, King Corn focuses really on that corn, and it's almost like a single cornfield that's just huge. Like, I had no idea that I had no idea that there was a cornfield out there that was that big. And yeah, it's actually, there's a trend. I think there's a trend lately. There are a lot of good documentaries out there about food, as far as industry goes, as far as there's another one that's fairly recent called Forks Over Knives. We watched that too, and that's more.
And that one's based on a book.
And it's a little bit more biased. They're basically trying to convince you that a totally plant-based diet is best. And they might have convinced me, and certainly watching the two together, I don't know. There are just some very interesting things that I didn't know. It was certainly eye-opening to me. Not to say that you shouldn't watch any documentary or thing like this with out a grain of skepticism, but still, it's informative. It's interesting, at the very least. So, yeah, that's my bird call. We don't need to spend any more time on that. Go watch Food Inc. Did you get anything in the mail?
I totally did.
You did?
Yeah.
More?
Yep.
Goodness, I have some things coming, but they're not here yet.
See, right, I told you I was being a wool pig last week. Come on. Okay, so I ordered some yarn from an Etsy dyer that I found. I'm not sure. I think I was just searching around and I found her. Hers is called Black Trillium Fibers. That's the logo.
I've heard of her, yeah.
And it is blacktrillium.etsy.com. And this one is her Pebble sock, and it's 100% superwash merino, in the charcoal colorway. And so it's 100 grams, 3.5 ounces. There's our answer from, many episodes ago, whether or not 100 grams is 4
I was
ounces.
thinking about it, and I did the math in my, head later. I think in front of the camera I can't do math in my head, but it was obvious that, yes, 3.5 ounces is 100 grams.
And so there's that one. I got 2 skeins of that because this is for the Dreambird.
That's what I was wondering, because I see you have that gradient.
Yes, so I have a gradient kit in the Lift sock, which is a superwash merino silk blend, and this one is just so soft. Like, there, I can say you can see the gradient through the plastic, and then this blue is like real blue, and see if it'll show up. And each one there's 5 skeins, and each one of these skeins are 135 yards. So I was doing my math; it should be right.
It's like almost the color of your shirt there.
Yeah, it'll be blended. But yeah, and so super excited for that. I kind of want to put these in, get the pattern and put it in one of these bags, and this is for this sort of thing going on.
Yeah,
there.
you should definitely.
But we'll see how it actually goes. But yeah, that's the stash acquisition. I actually have to do some, I don't know, so much de-stashing as just working through the stash, because I have an agreement with my husband that my stash cannot be larger than a suitcase.
We have to travel with our stashes whenever we move, so yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to whittle mine down lately. I have a lot of hand spun now that I need to knit up. So that is what I'm going to be trying to do, is using some of my hand spun in these projects. So anyway, yeah, I've got stuff in the mail. Hopefully it'll be here in the next couple weeks at least. But
all I'm waiting for in the mail right now is my helmet.
Oh, then you're ready to go.
Then I'm ready to rock.
Pads, skates.
Oh, I'm missing my elbow pads. So
they didn't come with your knee pads at all?
No, because I ordered it all together on Amazon.
Oh, and they did the thing where they
and so
ship what they had?
Exactly. So part of it came from California, and the other part of it is coming from South Carolina.
Gotcha.
And so they shipped what they had, and away we went.
All right, well, anything else?
I think that is it.
I think that's it for this week. So, go join the Ravelry group, Lost Birds Knitting Podcast, and subscribe on YouTube. And you can also find the show notes and stream the videos on lostbirdsfiber.com. Just go to the blog tab. So we'll see you guys next week. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Have a great week. Bye-bye.